Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. Before we start the topic of this video, I just wanted to briefly plug in our monthly live stream. So if we scroll all the way down here, you can see we have this banner ad or this image of our live stream tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, only for YouTube channel members. And every month, once a month, I do a live stream that you can all join, that we can all interact with each other, and I pick a random topic. So the first times I did about velocity banking. Last month was just about the topic of success. Now this month it's going to be a little bit of very similar but a little bit different, and it's going to be about newbie success. So if you've ever been afraid to do something as a newbie, whether it's velocity banking, real estate investing, or just anything in life in general, I'm just going to give you my perspective and tips and things that may be able to help you out. And again, it's for members only, 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Monday, February 26th. In order to join as a member, you just got to click that join button right here, and you get two things. You get these badges and emojis, 99 cents a month, and also you get access to that once a month exclusive live stream for members as well as the previous recordings. Now, let me go get to the topic of the video, which is that most people would tell Michael Jordan that he doesn't know how to play basketball. And let me tell you why I named it that. Now, Michael Jordan is essentially the GOAT of basketball. And if you don't know what GOAT is, that's the term that kids these days use to say the greatest of all time. So, why is it that I named it that? Because there are certain things where I was actually the GOAT, like, and it was accidental, right? And I've been, really awesome at things that I didn't even mean to be awesome at, right? So I'm going to give you an example. About 10 years ago, I worked a job where I would have to approach people. Like I was a marketing and lead generator, right? So basically, I would approach people and ask them, like, "Hey, do you want to get your water checked?" And the first day I did it, I got 16 leads without even trying. I was like, oh, I didn't have a frame of reference of whether this was good or not because it was my first day, right? Later on, I found out that that was amazing because most people on a really good day were getting like 3 to 4 leads, and 1 to 2 on an average day if they were lucky, right? So for to me to have gotten 16 leads in one day, um, you know, like it was this Michael Jordan type thing, and I turns out I was really, really good at it, and nobody wanted to admit that I was good at it. Not even the managers. The managers didn't even have any curiosity. Like, how do you get 16 leads a day? Like, right? And nobody had any sort of curiosity. And I'm gonna just kind of briefly tell you my strategy, which is I would just approach every single person because I can't tell who is or who is not interested. I would just ask them, "Hey, hi sir, have you have you ever gotten your water checked before?" Because the whole point was that a salesman would come in, test their water. They'll show them like the water dye or something to show that you got a lot of particles and stuff that the water filter can take out, and then sell them a water filter, right? And so basically, I would say, "Hey, hi, whoever, have you ever gotten your water checked before?" And if the answer is most likely going to be no, because nobody really checks their water, right? Unless they're like really proactive. And so, or nobody says yes. And so if they say no, just be like, "Oh yeah, well we're offering a free in-home water test. Are you a homeowner?" And then if they say, pre-qualify them, and if they say yes, I'm a homeowner, then I'll just say, "Oh well, if you've never done it and you're a homeowner, it's really easy. Just to name, address, phone number. They'll give you a call, set up a time, and that's pretty much it." And then that was my script to get so many. Like I was like the number one lead generator for that water filter company. And the reason that I say that most people would like tell Michael Jordan doesn't know how to play basketball is because when I was working that job, I experienced this weird phenomenon from time to time where even though I was blowing everybody out of the water in my lead generation techniques, random people would come up to me and tell me that I need to switch jobs, or like I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, "What the like?" Because I was blown away because I was so good at it. Like, most of my life I sucked at a lot of things that I did, but why was I so good at this? I don't know. Maybe because all my other failures kind of helped me gain the skill to be good at it. But at the same time, it was weird. Like people, like nobody wanted to learn from me. Nobody. I had random people tell me that I sucked, even though my numbers proved that I was really great. And then I realized, like, wow, in order for you to be successful, you almost have to be a little bit delusional in your own beliefs and abilities because it requires you not to ask other people's opinions about whether your thing is good or not, right? Whether your technique or strategy is good or not. And so I learned that lesson. Probably took me a lot longer than it should have taken me, but this happened to me in several other places too, where I dominated what I was doing, and other people were just going out there to kind of like attack me once in a while, telling me I have no idea what I'm doing. And even though the proof is clearly there, they acted like they have to like lecture me that I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, wow, like, if this is happening to me in things that I'm really excelling at, then probably when Michael Jordan used to play basketball, like he probably was told by other people he doesn't know what he's doing, right? Like it's crazy. And I know that there's that story about how when he got cut from the varsity team, but I think that was when he was a freshman in high school, right? So I'm not gonna, if he's a senior and he got cut for the varsity team, that'd be crazy. But I don't think that happened. But I don't know. I'm not Michael Jordan, and I'm not really too big of a basketball fan. But I do admit he is the goat. Now, what's the point of this story? The point of this story is that you can't really rely on too many people's opinions whether your thing is good or not. Now, again, you do have to consider other people's opinions if it is sensible. So, for example, if I think it's a great idea to put my hand on a burning stove, and other people say don't do it, yeah, listen to that advice, right? But no, many other things I realize, like especially if it's something new and other people are not familiar with, most people are a pretty bad judge of talent and character. That's what the realization I came to. And if people are putting you down, it's not because your idea is necessarily bad. It's because it offends their ego, right? Like if you ever read like the 48 Laws of Power, it kind of talks about that more in detail about like how if you do too well, you're going to offend, the master's ego. It's called the rule: don't outshine the master or never outshine the master. I'm not going to go into too much, but what I'm saying is that sometimes excellence offends other people's egos. So there are going to be people out there who do their best to convince you that what you have, maybe it could even be a rental property that's really awesome, is not as great as it realistically is, right? So if you're a talented and skilled person, you have to be the judge of whether what you think is awesome or not. And this is the same with me too. You might consider me a little bit delusional, but when I created Korean Atlanta Mentorship, when I created this YouTube channel, you know how many people I asked if I thought this would be a good idea or not? You know how many people I asked? I asked zero because I'm just like, I'm just going to do this because this is awesome. And I truly had this belief because, again, I have success in other things and that I was so insanely good at. Now, again, I think it's going to take a little bit of time for this channel to grow to stage I wanted to, but I'm okay with that because I see this as a long-term project. But I asked zero people whether it's good or not because I'm not, I'm going to be the ultimate judge whether it's good or not, and then I'm going to test it and execute. Most people, what they do is they just give opinions and they never attempt to experiment or execute, so they never know whatever is in their preconception or biases in their minds. They let that take over rather than being objective as to whether an ideas are good or not. Right? That's what happens to a lot of people. So if I had asked other people that I know, hey, is Korean? I'm going to start a new YouTube channel last year in 2023, Korean Atlanta Mentorship, and I'm going to teach about finance and velocity banking and real estate. Do you think it's a good idea or not? I'm pretty sure every single person, especially if they're Korean, would have said that's a stupid idea, right? But because I've learned to not look at other people's opinions because other people are not objective. Um, that's why I'm really confident in what I do because you know there have been things in my life, like I said, where I just randomly excelled, and I was like, why am I excelling at this? Because most of the other things I've done in life, I've pretty much sucked at. And when I excelled at it, I just see these random people trying to convince me that I suck at it, right? And that's why I have the confidence to not really care about what other people think. And it's almost like a cheat code in the Matrix, if that makes sense. Like you get to see what games people are playing with you in whatever you're doing, right? All right. Well, this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So, maybe you might feel hopeless because you think like, oh my goodness, I'm a newbie. I don't, I'm never going to get good at what it is I'm doing. In the end, you have to have the confidence to believe in yourself. And I know that's a cheesy line that almost every single movie or story kind of like tells you, but it really is true because nobody else will really be objective. Even I won't be objective as to whether your ideas or thoughts are good or not. And you have to believe in yourself. Okay? All right. So, this is Crane Atlanta Mentorship. Again, we're gonna have a live stream tomorrow at 6 or Monday. It could be Monday if you're watching this today at 6 p.m. Eastern. And again, if you want to be part of the live stream, go ahead and click join. And it's only 99 cents a month. So get all these emojis and be part of the group or the at least the YouTube channel group. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you on the next video.